You've just looked at how strategists are unique. And one of the key differentiators of a great strategist is that they have a point of view. Well, there's two conditions that strategists need to have a point of view about. The first is the future looks similar to the present. In that case, the point of view needed is one about how to build greater technical and organization capabilities than competitors so that we can delight customers in better ways than our competitors are able to. The other condition is when the future looks very different than the present. In that case, the strategist needs to have a point of view and address two questions. The first question is, what's our customer value proposition? And the second question is, what's the direction of growth that this business is going to take in the future? Well, let's look at customer value propositions. All a customer value proposition is that it answers, why do our customers buy from us? We see 5 typical customer value proposition options. We have lower price, higher quality and performance, better service, more innovation, and faster. And sometimes you see a value proposition that's a combination of cost with one of the others, and that could be a value proposition. But at any rate, we're looking for, in both the direction of growth and in the customer value proposition, we can't be all things to all people. So our point of view as a strategist needs to be about how do we be at industry parity in all but one of them, in which case we're world class. Let's look at the second issue. Second issue is about what's our direction of growth. Let's look at, we did 5 customer value proposition plus 1, which is one of the 5 divided by price, which gives us a value. Let's look at 5 different potential directions of growth. First option is we could be like BMW motorcycles. And when BMW motorcycles looks to the future and looks at both products and customers, you could have, does the direction of growth need to be, if we think about our existing products and services and our existing customers, similar products and services and similar customers, and then new products and services and new customers. So that matrix gives us our direction of growth. Well, if you look at a company like BMW motorcycles, it's a product or a service direction of growth. So what they're looking for is for similar and new customers who are going to buy the product. A very different direction of growth would be somebody like American Express. They're organized around the idea of a customer or a market segment. So their market segment or customer is business travelers. So in that direction of growth, they're looking for similar and new products to bring to their existing customer set that they know more about than anybody else. The third option is technology. So let's think about a company like Google that has this search engine technology at the heart of everything that it does. So in a technology strategy, the direction of growth from similar existing and new customers and similar existing and new products is diagonal. They're like a solution looking for a problem. They're looking to drive that technology concept into both similar and new customers as well as similar and new products and services. The fourth option is a distribution strategy. So think Southland Corporation, which owns 7-Eleven. Again, their direction of growth is diagonal. They're looking to fill the distribution channel with products and services that are the most profitable for any similar and new customers that might come into a store. The fifth option is production capacity. Virgin Airlines would be an example of a production capacity company, which is trying to keep an asset full and running at optimal capacity. So they've got all these airplanes that go whether they've got passengers on them or not. So what Virgin needs to do is to keep those planes full and running. So again, another diagonal direction of growth. Anyway, to summarize, strategists face 2 conditions. One is the future looks like the present. The other is the future looks very different from the present. In either case, the issue is about building both technical and organization capabilities that are consistent with where we're going. That's the point of the view of the strategist. Well, it's time to apply this idea to your own organization. And again, what you need is a point of view. And then you're going to apply this matrix to see what it means for you. So again, we go back to the first question. Does the future of your organization look more like the present, or is it somehow different in some major ways? The exercise here with the matrix, the 5 by 5, if your organization looks similar today as it does in the future, is to draw an X in terms of the customer value proposition and the direction of growth. So you'll be in one of 25 cells. Put an X in the cell that you think you are today. Then think about who is our toughest competitor. Put a Y in that cell. Now that could be the same cell that you're in, or it could be one of the other 24 cells. If it's a different cell than you're in, then the question is, how can we begin to anticipate what these competitors might do in the future based on their direction of growth and their customer value proposition? Where do we overlap with this competitor? Where are we very different? Where do we expect to compete with them, and what might we do about that? The second case is where the future looks very different from the present. In that case, draw an X in the matrix about where you see yourself today. What's our current customer value proposition? What's our current direction of growth? Then look to the future. How do I think the future will be different than the present? Which cell are we in that future? How big is the gap in terms of the current customer value proposition and the current direction of growth from the future? Once I understand that, the next question is, as I think about the technical and the organization capabilities it will take to win and be successful in our industry, what is it that we really need to acquire or develop in terms of technical and organization capabilities? Which are the technical and organization capabilities which will continue that we've already developed in our current strategy? And which are the ones that we should stop doing, that are no longer relevant given this new direction?